I've met few people with more experience in situations like this. Chaos, foreign country, shooting, soldiers, confusion. So, I think you have a lot of experience interpreting what you saw. You said you saw no threat at all. You didn't see Palestinians with weapons. You didn't feel threatened. It doesn't, I'm sure there's a threat there, but you didn't experience it. But you said that there was shooting. Who was shooting at what and why?
The way, so to walk everyone through kind of how a distribution site works in terms of like, how are people being shot at? How does this happen? So early in the morning, the Palestinians, because mind you, the Palestinians, to get to the south, they cannot drive. They have to walk one way from where they live because they have to go through the established military corridors, just one way to get to where they have to get to. They have to walk, so they can't just walk straight down to the site. They have to go west to the coastal corridor, down the coastal corridor, into the Marag corridor, down to the sites. So they're walking anywhere from 8 to 12 kilometers one way to get to the site. So when they queue up in the morning at the intersection of the Marag corridor and the coastal road, and the queuing gets into the magnitude of thousands, the IDF hold them there with tanks in place. When the UG Solutions personnel call on the radio to the IDF to say the site is ready, the crowd is released in a massive, massive tidal wave of people. It's dehumanizing. And rushing towards the site because they're starving. As they're coming to the site, the IDF shoot at them. Machine guns, mortars, tank rounds, artillery. I have all of this on video.
Within a matter of minutes, 2 minutes, 15 seconds, hundreds of Palestinians are already on the site.
Like, this is not like, it's so compelling when you see it. And I'm like, because I watched it, and as I'm watching it and feeling and being there, and you hear early morning hours, pre-dawn, sunrise over the Mediterranean, thousands of Palestinians rushing down to the site. And over their heads, you just see tracer bullets flying. Tracers, tank rounds, artillery rounds. And they do that to keep the Palestinians on the right path. My suggestion from the very beginning was like, have we tried a sign? Put a sign out there? Like, I don't know, like put a sign in the road that says go this way instead of shooting a Markava tank round. Like, I think that would be a great way to kind of start. Nope. Cost too much. We're not going to do it. Oh, okay. That's a telling proposition. So as they're coming to the site and they're getting shot at, it's dark. The Israeli forces in the south are reserve conscripts. They're not the IDF that are in the elite active army unit. They're conscript reservists. They don't train. They don't get a lot of training. Rarely do they get to shoot their weapons. And they don't have night vision capability. So they're shooting into the dark at thousands of people. To say that when the sun rises and bodies are strewn along the road, and the IDF say, "Oh, we didn't do that." Really? Well, then, how did that happen then? Like, you did do that. You did do that. Oh, Hamas did it. Hamas is nowhere here. There's this entire area is a militarized controlled zone. There's no Hamas here. I was like, if Hamas got into here, y'all really aren't doing your job. Like, there's no Hamas. No one with weapons. Dead people strewing along the streets. So when you see on the news at Nasser Hospital, when patients get brought in and people then say, oh, that's just Hamas propaganda. No, it's not. It is not Hamas propaganda. It's real. The shooting, the indiscriminate shooting, when they get onto the site in this mass crowd, just imagine, if you will, if it was Black Friday at Walmart and they cleared out the Walmart, they moved everything out. And in the middle of the Walmart, they just put a box of TVs and they were free. First in gets them. And at 9 o'clock, the door crashes open and everybody's squeezing in through this small door into this area. And you've got 2 security guards there. On every site, there are 22 armed security guards pulling security. So that's 1 to 409 ratio. 1 guard to 409 people ratio. There's no way that the armed security can manage or control that safely. There's no way. It's impossible. So when they get onto the site, I called it the 8 minutes of mayhem. Within 8 minutes, 25,000 boxes of food are stripped through, taken down, and gone. 8 minutes. It's one of the most chaotic, deprived, dehumanizing things I've ever seen in my life. And I was in Baghouz Fagani when ISIS surrendered. Talk about dehumanization. That is the worst I've seen in my life. At the end, when there's a few people left to pick up the remnants of aid, some beans, some rice, the UG Solutions personnel then start clearing the crowd with the procedures that they've adopted from the IDF, where we throw stun grenades, we spray pepper spray. I saw in a recent video last week of a UG Solutions person that I know who that person is. Like, I know it's real. I know he's there. I know it's a real person. It's not fake. And he's standing on a berm, and they have these new devices where it's about the size of a fire extinguisher with a fog hose on it to just spray tear gas. They have those now. And so now that's the standard operating procedure. And as they get to the gate and the gates are closed, the IDF guards then shoot at them at their feet, over their heads, in the air, just like the IDF do. And, again, like yesterday when GHF gave their press conference, they even said that. Like, Mr. Aguilar has said that shots have been fired at civilians. We only shoot at their feet, over their head, and in the air. Like, that's exactly what I'm saying you do. You're correct. But when you're shooting bullets that come out of an automatic rifle at a crowd of thousands of people, and you can't see them because there's berms and there's dust and there's intervisibility lines that you can't see, and you're just shooting, you're going to kill somebody. Period. So our guys don't shoot at them. They shoot at their feet. They shoot over the head. They shoot into the air. Okay, well, shooting at them, targeting innocent, unarmed civilians on the battlefield for the purpose of controlling them or controlling the crowd. Again, there you go, another war crime. So when we're doing these things, we're just egregiously violating international standards, the standards that we as Americans expect.
People were hung at Nuremberg for things like this, literally things like this, shooting at prisoners.
Yes, shooting at prisoners. As a case in point, in the United States Army, if I were fighting in Germany and a squad of German soldiers that was just shooting at me puts down their guns and raises their hands, they just became a prisoner. I have to feed them. I have to give them water. I have to take care of them. I have to give them safe passage to captivity or to holding. Can't just shoot them. There are rules in combat. There are rules in conflict, and we must abide by those. Now, what I find to be incredibly, incredibly concerning for the American people and for my fellow teammates, my guys on the ground, American citizens, is that GHS position is, well, this isn't a war and we don't have to abide by those rules. Well, you do. Those rules apply to everybody no matter what. But even more so that you should not have the authority to shoot at anybody. We are there as tourists, as I said in the beginning of the show. Tourists. We should not be pulling the trigger of that gun unless it is absolutely to protect an imminent threat to our life. And a case in point, from all of the days and all of the times and all of the sites, I didn't pull the trigger on my rifle one time. I didn't pull the pistol on my rifle one time. Never even took it out of its holster. Stun grenades, tear gas, didn't use it once. Because I didn't need, not because I'm some soft, anti-gun, that I didn't need it. Never one time did I ever need to pull my rifle, shoot my gun, or use means to stun or hurt a civilian. Ever. Not once. And I was at more distributions, at more sites, more time than any single person in the UG Solutions architecture. And not once did I ever need to do that. Ever. And I think I know something about, when it's time to shoot, done a lot. So never felt that I had to do that. Ever. Once. It's immature. It's dangerous. it's a violation of our American values. That is not how America engages on the world stage. We are the ones that do right. We are the ones that choose the harder right over the easier wrong. We don't do it because the IDF say it's okay to do it and therefore we can do it. Well, we made that bed and we are in it. And that bed is about to get flipped over by the international community. And if we don't stand up and say something now, like today, tomorrow, if we don't stand up and do something about it, we're going down that road and it's not a good road to be on.